Right, now I need to figure out this puzzle, which, you know, isn't hard. So that one's up. No, that one's left, I mean. Left, up, left. And then down, right. If it's not this way, then it's probably the other way.
Done.
No, it was that one.
Check the door nearby.
Alright, yeah, because it needed power. Now it should have power. Wait, which way? This way. Oh, we're going up a ladder. Going for a little air vent, I guess. And pick up. What the hell's this? Emitter. A key component of mid-20th century military hololock.
Found one. Looks intact.
What do I do with it? What do I do? Restore power to the door? Didn't I just do that? Install.
That should do the trick.
Okay.
Now let's get that door open.
Which one? So this one's left. Down. Was it down, right, up? Down. And then this one's just right, because the last one don't need to do anything. No? Up, left, down, right, up. That is right. What the hell? Unless it's the other way, perhaps. So I don't need to change the end ones. So what was it? Left, down, right. So I just change that one. And then just change that one. So I need to change two of them? What? Okay. This is bullshit. I'm literally doing what it says. So I'm doing it from left to right. Up, left. Right, so up, left. And then down, right, up. Down. Right, up. What the hell? That's exactly how it said. Is this game stupid? Up, left, down, right, up. Up, left, down, right, up. So what's the problem then? Try it the other way. If I try it the other way, it's still the same either end. They're both up. Like, the middle one's still down. It's just that one... Wait. Instead of... Yeah, so then that one's right, and then the other one's left. Because it's like, if I go up, then it's left, and then it's down, and it's right. So then that one's left. And then this one's right. Oh, I think I know what it is. This is upside down. So it's not up. It's what? So if I'm upside down, am I reading it from the bottom to top or top to bottom? Well, if it's upside down, then it's the bottom to the top. So it's down. I think this is right. So down. And then left. And then what is that? So that's down, left, up. Down, left, up. And then right, down. I think this might work. Well, it should do because it's upside down.
That did it.
Yeah, I was right.
Door should have power.
It was upside down.
See what lies beyond it.
Okay. Right. Let me just take one of these with me just in case. Oh.
Eclipse. They're here.
Avoid contact.
Lines look good.
Gaia. It's up there. Second floor.
Can you reach it?
So much for avoiding contact.
Why does he want me to avoid contact anyway? Oh, more of them. I can barely see. How did that miss? There you go. I can barely see them.
Got someone down over here.
Alright, hit him. I can't see them.
That's the last of them.
Structural failure. Repeat.
Or not.
Oh, there's more.
Room's clear.
Bitch.
For a moment, anyway.
Then get moving. You have to find Gaia.
Shut up. Like, this is bullshit that I'm down here risking my life and Silence is getting all the benefit of everything I'm learning by just watching what I'm seeing through my focus. Like, turn that shit off. Like, he shouldn't be allowed to reap the benefits of what I'm doing without having to do anything to earn it. Fucking pussy. He should be down here himself. Because if he does want to come down here, that's fine. You won't see shit then. Just going to turn my focus off. What are you going to do then?
Should have brought a cart.
You don't need one. Right, let me pick this up and go. Because there'll probably be more.
Hello,
Whoa.
I'm Margot Shen, and this is Hephaestus. As the name might tip you off, this is going to be the subordinate function that Gaia will use to make lots and lots of robots. Her personal forge. Except, it's not that simple. So like, you probably noticed that only about a third of you are robotics engineers. The rest, experts in machine cognition, virtual heuristics, that stuff. Well, that's because we aren't going to be the ones designing and building robots. The last thing we want is to burden Gaia with a bunch of outmoded 21st century designs. Waste of time. Our purpose is to empower Gaia to build the robots, and not just build, imagine, from scratch. Any robot she needs for any conceivable purpose, designed and fabricated at a snap of a finger. Hers. Her finger. So, Hephaestus isn't really the forge. It's more like the knowledge of craft and ingenuity of a mastersmith to wield the hammer. Encoded as software. Virtual creativity made real. Gaia's already learning. In simulation, she's doing some very creative things with fractal assembly and animal morphologies. Her designs aren't about to win the Liam Prize anytime soon, but hey, everyone has to start somewhere. So, yes, time to get started. Let's do this.
I don't get it.
Which part? It's a little technical in places.
If Gaia was designed to save life, why would the robots it makes attack people?
That's what I said.
Perhaps it loves some forms of life more than others.
The derangement. The machines weren't always so angry.
No.
Mostly they were docile until 10, 15 years ago.
For years, Hephaestus has been forcing cauldrons to make aggressive machines. I've seen it myself, in the cauldrons. Stalkers, Ravagers, the Thunderjaw. How could it do that? And why?
Why indeed?
Interesting.
I've seen these shapes before. In cauldrons.
But of course, the birthing places of Gaia's machines.
Alright, what's this? Full steam ahead from Elizabeth Sobek to Margot Shen. By the way, Margot Shen's accent is absolute dog shit. So like, frozen yogurt, it's like, shut up, bitch. Margot, if I doubted your your brilliance, I mean, in the slightest, I wouldn't have picked you as the Hephaestus Alpha. You need to stop worrying about your age and communication style. That's literally what I was just saying. You are who you are. Have confidence in yourself. You know what you're doing. Case in point, the latest draft of your plan for the construction and stocking of bootstrap silos to store raw materials is excellent. This, combined with your design for the ARM Foundry core and the Foundry site selection plan, add up to a comprehensive plan. It's time to start construction. One detail, consult with Iomide Okilo before you finalize the silo inventories. Hephaestus' first task will be to fabricate the robots that will construct the waveform broadcast towers Minerva will use to transmit the deactivation codes, so any exotic materials needed for the towers should be accounted for in the inventory plan. Elizabeth. Alright. Alright, there's something else to read. Simulation results. Okay, from Margot Shen to Elizabeth Sobek, subject simulation results. Wow, you weren't kidding about Gaia's predilection. Is that right? Predilection for animal morphologies? Or morphologies? Yeah, sure. Not totally unexpected given the rough natural terrain her bots will have to navigate, but I agree that there's something deeper going on here. Her designs aren't just functional, they feel almost like, well, tributes is the word that comes to mind, as though she's already mourning their loss, and not just for the disappearing fauna of our time, but creatures from the fossil record too. References to megafauna and some of her designs so cool. Well, whatever Gaia thinks of, Hephaestus will empower her to build it. I just wish we could still be around in a century or two to see what she makes, Margot. So that's why some of the machines look like certain animals and stuff from all various times. Well, is there anything else to read or listen to, perhaps? Yeah, that's a holo projector. I'm not seeing anything else. So I guess I continue on? Oh wait. Is there anything back here? No, even though it definitely seemed like they could have done. I'm dropping this shit. I don't need it. I'm dropping it. It's just slowing me down. Oh, it's one of those guys, cultists.
I think this is it. Elizabeth Sobek's office. But it's sealed off. There's got to be a way inside.
Keep looking.
That's what I'm doing. And there's always a way. Just gotta find it. And I'm sure we will.
Eclipse.
Oh, for God's sake.
Careful now.
Yeah, easy for you to say, isn't it? Because you're not here, are you? Will we actually get to meet this guy in person? Maybe. Maybe not. Oh, so I'm dropping down. Oh no, just walking down.
Welcome to Apollo, the collective memory of the human species and the wellspring of knowledge for future generations. I am Samina Ebaji. Until recently, I was director of the International Collective Memory Institute in New Tehran. As a heritage professional, I devoted my career to the preservation of human knowledge, creative endeavor, and cultural achievement. Apollo is, therefore, the ultimate embodiment of a lifelong passion, albeit under the very worst circumstances imaginable. The challenges before us are immense. Specifically, we will have to design and implement 4 major initiatives simultaneously. First, the construction of data repositories in cradle facilities around the world ensuring redundancy. Second, the collection and processing of a projected 180 million discrete data entries. 42 zettabytes of data in Mandarin, English, Spanish, and Arabic. Third, the transferal and encoding of all that data onto DNA encapsulated in synthetic fossils. The only medium capacious and durable enough to safeguard it without degradation for the centuries to come. And last, but not least, the development of the holographic interface and gamified curricula, by which future humans will commune with Apollo, progressively unlocking heuristic learning modules, leveling up their knowledge and skills they will need to take control of the terraforming system. That is the future towards which all of our efforts will be directed. Not just the preservation of the past, but the seed for the flourishing of a new tree of knowledge. Welcome, and let us begin.
Alright. Okay, there's a few of them. Might as well mark them down before I fight them so I know where they are.
All of this lost. The ancients' greatest gift to us.
Greatest? How about the fact we exist at all?
To abide in ignorance is a curse, Aloy. You of all people should know that.
What are you on about? And what's this? Encapsulated DNA from Samina Abaji to Elizabeth Sobek. Subject encapsulated DNA. And the winner is Encapsulated DNA. Over the past 10 days, I performed an exhaustive review of data storage solutions. Magnetic, optical, quantum, even that eternity tech that FAST was shilling a year or so ago. But every other solution has one or more fatal shortcomings. Too heavy to transport, too massive to install in the allotted space, too power intensive over the centuries, too prone to failure past 300, 400 years, etc. Encapsulated DNA will easily hold the 40 plus zettabytes we're projecting for Apollo. There are still many details to finalize. Of course, to start with, we'll need to select the inert material in which we'll embed the molecules, already testing 16 candidate materials, as well as design and fabricate the power systems and sealed relinquaries that will keep the DNA at minus 18 degrees C for 1,000 plus years. So long as I assure you that I didn't factor into my decision, may I confess that I deem it entirely fitting, indeed propitious, that we will be using the very building blocks of life to preserve human knowledge from mechanized extinction. It's not just ironic, but heroic. Life as the hero beating back the forces of oblivion. In any case, much to do. Until next time, peace be with you, Samina. Abaji. What's this saying? Apollo update. Okay, from Samina Abaji to Elizabeth Sobek. Subject Apollo update. Over the past 2 months, the full benefit of our procurement of a copy of the Homer archive from Far Zenith has made itself known, and as a result, all of Apollo's key deliverables are on schedule. Apollo has already surpassed 40 million discrete data entries and continues to grow. The physical science modules are effectively complete with soft science modules close behind. World history, cultural data and media archives are also on schedule. Language preservation is wrapping up a bit ahead of schedule due to falling short of our goal to preserve 4,500 languages. What? Is there that many? I suppose the tragic early loss of Papua New Guinea doomed that goal from the outset. With attendant curricular development about to begin. Speaking of the heuristic curricula. Heuristic? Yeah. They are performing well in testing, with children and adolescents demonstrating high levels of engagement and trust in the Aristotle and Aspasia. Personally, I find them highly engaging, especially when they debate. I wish half my professors had been so entertaining. Peace be with you, Samina. Nabaji. Right, let's kill these scum.
No space.
That's fine.
Then we do it the hard way.
Where is he? He's like up high up.
Just one savage.
Go on, climb up. Climb up! Are you stupid? Oh, for fuck's sake, you dumb bitch. Like, climb up the fucking ladder. What are you waiting for? I want to try and stealth kill him. Shut the fuck up, Aloy. Why are you breathing so loud? You're having an asthma attack?
That's the last of them. Along once more.
In what should have been a cave of wonders.
Oh, isn't it a cave of wonders, Silas, you dumbass? Isn't that what this is? A cave of wonders? Just because you're not getting what you want doesn't mean it's not full of wonders, you prick. Wait, am I going this way? Alright, well I'm not going to go that way just yet. I want to explore the rest of this room first. You know, because there was stuff I went past. I didn't miss it, I saw it, but I was more focused on killing these guys. Yeah, I can see some stuff. Just make sure I don't miss anything though. Right, nothing here. Alright, where was that? I think it's up there, isn't it? Alright, climb up. Yeah, there you go.
Dr. Sobek, please archive this testimonial in Apollo. Cross-reference to all mentions of my name and Operation Enduring Victory. My name is General Aaron Harris. From 2060 to 2066, I served as the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, the highest-ranked officer of the United States Armed Forces. The tenure of my command included strategic planning and oversight of Operation Enduring Victory, a falsehood perpetrated on the civilian populations of the United States and other nations during the last 14 months of life on this planet. Before the Pharaoh Plague, I did my job and did it well. I was bold and decisive, crafty in political maneuvers. It wasn't an accident that I rose to my position and became the commander of the largest mechanized force ever assembled. But to what end? My only lasting achievement was the extinction of life on Earth. And my one redeeming act, if any, was to delay that extinction by days or weeks, by throwing more death at it. It is my hope that there will be no need for men like me in the world to come. If you are one of the people of that future world listening to this message, please know that I am sorry, and that I wish you well. Sincerely, Aaron Harris.
Alright. Didn't go to plan, did it? I think that's everything. It's a bit of a big room, but I'm pretty sure I covered like pretty much all of it. And again, Aloy, just climb the ladder. I don't understand. Oh, now you want to climb it. I see how it is. Oh, you didn't want to do it before, but now you want to do it. Alright. I see how it is. Alright, I think I'm good to move on.
Welcome to Hades, Zero Dawn's Extinction Failsafe Protocol, the ultimate killer app. Now, I know what you're thinking. The purpose of Gaia is to resurrect life. So why give her a subordinate function, only purpose of which is to wipe out life all over again? I mean, what? Just plumb crazy, ain't it? Well, no, it isn't. Reconstituting a biosphere? That's a tall order. Tech smart as Gaia may be, odds are she won't get it right the first time. I mean, imagine you're Gaia, 200 years from now, and this new biosphere growing, it's all gone wrong. Alkalines are skyrocketing, coniferous forests eroding under the lash of superstorms that would have drowned Noah. It's chaos. Spinning top that won't stop wobbling. And what are you gonna do? Release phase 1 organisms into that hot mess? Hope their CO2 and methane can balance out what you got started? Hell no. What you're gonna do, Gaia, is step aside while Hades takes over and does what you're just too darn nurturing and life-loving to do, which is burn that misbegotten mess of a biosphere to the ground so Gaia can start over. Okay, not burn, more like reverse terraforming operations and suffocate it. But you get the idea. Hades takes the biosphere back to zero. Square one, blank slate. And then, only then, does it hand the steering wheel back to Gaia and say, try again, old girl. And better this time, or we'll have to do this again. That's Hades. It's pretty badass when you think about it. Extinction on demand. Death on speed dial. All for the greater good, of course, but still, kind of metal. So welcome to Hades. Welcome to the void.
Okay, so if that's the original purpose of Hades, why does it want me extinct?
Exactly.
We need more data.
And how does it end up in the wreckage of a Pharaoh Titan, getting worshipped by the Eclipse like some kind of god?
I'm learning as you are, Aloy. Keep searching.
Alright, well that's what I've been doing. Noise complaints? Really? Alright, from Travis Tate to Elizabeth Sobek, subject noise complaint, or complaints. Colour me confounded, Lizzie. Bashcore. Anyone who says the old TT codes to Bashcore is straight up lying, and you know it. Old Trav don't have no truck with commercialised razzle dazz, nuh-uh. Heck, I'd rather guzzle a litre of Ceterum runoff than listen to Grey Swarm for 30 seconds. Hand to God and swear on my mama's grave, and she was religious. Nah, that ain't Bashcore blasting the Hades lab, shaking the walls, rattling folks' teeth. It's death metal, girl. Classical music, 80s and 90s mostly. got me some Dutch deathcore, some Japanese gore grind, some Swedish cannibal themed stuff too. Stop by if you want to listen, or heck, just come within 50 meters of the lab, ain't no bashcore you'll see, or hear rather, and the screech that rends the air and feel in the throbbing pulse of the floor and walls and ceiling, swallowing you up like you was Jonah trapped in the gullet of gothic deathfish hallelujah. As for those requests to turn it down, no can do, Lizzie. This is how I code. Tone down my death metal, might as well give up stimulants, chocolate malts and industrial accident vids. Last I heard, we were supposed to be coding Hades down here. Am I really supposed to code an extinction protocol without death metal to inspire me? No, I don't think so. Stay cool, Trav. Alright. So now we know why Hades is around, but we don't get it why he wants to kill Aloy. Like, that still doesn't make sense. But Hades protocol. Okay, Tate here. Just popped 3 blues, but I earned it. Finally figured out a Goldilocks solution to Guy's rather extreme executive authority. If that ain't worth 10-12 hours of dream time, what is? Before this, every usurpation protocol I designed failed in simulation because I was either too hard or too soft. Too hard, and it degraded the Gaia core. Sure, it pried her figurative fingers off the figurative driving wheel so Hades could take control, but by breaking her fingers, sometimes her arms too, so that couldn't fly. Everything depends on Gaia taking control back after Hades has done its business. So I had to find a solution that didn't leave Gaia any worse for the wear. Too soft, and Gaia only pretended to relinquish control. In simulation after simulation, Hades would take command of the terraforming system and reverse operations, only to have Gaia lurk in the background, quietly reversing processes and falsifying telemetry to hide its interference. Sneaky, I swear. Ain't nothing Gaia wouldn't do to keep life going, even when it's just simulated plant life. Turns out the just right solution is to isolate Gaia in a protective code shell, preserving its integrity, then unseat it from command position so Hades can slip into the figurative captain's chair and work its magic. Those blues are coming on strong now, so I'm not really describing it so clear, but pretty sure it'll work. Yeah, those blues are plenty strong. Guess it's time to sleep in bed. I'll back to it tomorrow, alligators. What? Something else to read. What's this? Archive abuse. From Samina Abaji to Travis Tate. Elizabeth Sobek, subject archive abuse. Mr. Tate, this mail concerns Apollo archive submission, blah blah blah. Your 666 submission in just 5 days. And oh, what a doozy. Despite earlier warnings, inappropriate materials, you chose to submit 265 holographic remasters of acknowledged classics of extreme exploitation cinema. Allow me then to thank you on 2 counts. 1, for giving me the pleasure of rejecting your submission, thereby consigning your favourite Eastern European torture flicks and their ilk to the dust heap of oblivion. It truly warms my heart to know that I have saved future humanity from the ordeal of experiencing not just one, but all 16 installments of making a millipede. Don't worry, the Pasolini material has already been preserved, extreme perhaps, but art. 2, for clarifying a concept that has so long been ambiguous and ethnically fraught for archivists such as myself. The definition of obscenity, you have freed me from the subjective quagmire embodied in Judge Potter's famous utterance. I know it when I see it. Thanks to you, I can now apply a single objective criterion. If Travis Tate submitted it, it's obscene. Accordingly, I have directed Apollo staff to summarily reject all of your future submissions, sight unseen. Perhaps you might invest the time you would have spent preparing future or further submissions on. Oh, I don't know your assigned work. We have a world to save after all, or the rest of us do anyway. Dr. Samina Abaji. Abaji.
Looks like the only way onwards.
Where else will we go?
Welcome to Eleuthia, the crown and king of Gaia's subordinate functions. For it is by Eleuthia that the human race will continue to exist. I am Patrick Brochard-Klein, the Alpha in charge of this program. Now let one thing be perfectly clear from the outset. Eleuthia is not a genetic engineering project. Our goal is to preserve the human genome, not alter it. A snapshot of human genetic diversity, literally frozen in time. The genetic quintessence of our species, unmodified. Under my watch, our activities and initiatives will comply with the 2034 clone provisions and the 2048 Raleigh Accords. Now that may seem a quaint, even trivial concern to you in light of present circumstances, but as one of the authors of the Accords, it is far from trivial to me. The practical challenges before us are staggering in scope and complexity, but not insurmountable. No. Global collation and provisional storage of zygotes, perfection of exogenic technologies, design and perfection of servitors to provide nurture and inculcation during early child development. All of these program components must and will proceed in tandem. To say nothing of the breakneck construction of cradle facilities at sites around the world. So, si vous êtes prêts, let us begin.
Alright. Now let me read and listen to these things. And what's this? FZ Chambers. Chambers. From Patrick Brochard-Klein to Elizabeth Soberg. Subject FZ Chambers. The ectogenic chambers have arrived 2 days ago. I spent the last 36 hours examining them and poring over technical documentation. The revelation, astonishing. I don't know what you had to give for Zenith in trade to get these chambers, but it was worth it. In a single leap, their embryologists have vaulted past 50 years of technological shortcomings. The risk of ECMO resolved. Nutrition delivery resolved. Hormonal stability resolved. 12 other risk areas resolved. Before examining these chambers, I considered the Odyssey to be a fool's errand. But the rest of FC's technology is at this level? Well, a human colony around Cirrus doesn't seem so impossible after all. Mass fabrication of the chambers will present a number of challenges, but I'm confident they can be resolved. I'm going to rest for a few hours, then get back to it. Accept a fabrication plan within 48 hours, PBK. What's this one? Okay, what's this? Cradle Servitor Personae? From Patrick Brochard-Klein to Elizabeth Soberg. Subject Cradle Servitor Personae. Development of the artificial personae for cradle servitors, Nutera, disciplinarian healer continues at a good pace. We are targeting Turing 0.4 for these constructs. This should allow low-grade empathy and limited improvisation without undermining adherence to codified behavior sets. The stimulants-driven switching of personae, however, is proving to be a greater software challenge than anticipated, especially concerning our entrenched feedback loops between the disciplinarian and healer personae. I have also attached the reports from an incident where a servitor running the mother personae intervened on a disciplinarian servitor's behavior, a parental argument, if you will, assuming on first glance perhaps, but deeply concerning. I have attached a comprehensive plan for correcting these interactive protocol shortcomings in Just Data Corrupted. And this is...
Are these what I think they are?
Artificial wombs.
Yes.
Machines to spawn a new generation of human beings.
Far Zenith Model K. ectogenic chamber of advanced design. So like a cryogenics chamber. You're frozen to sleep. And then you remain that way until like the timer on it runs down or it malfunctions and something like that. So, are there people inside them? Are they alive? Because is that... I think that's what happened with Aloy, right? Cradled Sealed. From Patrick Burchard Klein to Elizabeth Sobek, subject Cradled Sealed. Eleuthia 01 was successfully sealed before the swarm advancing across Xinjiang province could detect it. Ping back from Crucial Systems is good for our maiden voyage a success. Regards my disputes with the betas over zygote selection. Of course I understand we have limited overhead to run simulations of gene flow in our future humans, but we can all agree there is margin for refinement in future cradle populations. Donk. In addition to personally overseeing completion of the Eleuthia 02 site inside Mutnamuli, I will formulate and propose a modified zygote selection plan within the week. PBK.
Can't carry more.
Nope. So are there people inside these? And if there are people inside them, are they alive? Because if they are, I think that's what happened with Aloy. She was one of those people that was put in one of those things. And then she woke up from it. Or was opened up, released.
Facilities. Elizabeth said a new generation of humans would be spawned inside such places.
She did.
All Mother Mountain. It was one of them?
Yep.
There's only one way to be sure.
The hatch wouldn't open. Something about a corrupted Alpha registry. I need to search Elizabeth's office.
That'll probably be a good start. Oh, am I jumping? Am I going up? Oh, it looks like I am, but is there anything? No, there isn't anything down, I don't think. No, there's nothing down. Alright, climb in. Nothing over here, is there? No. Oh, that's the office right there, isn't it? What's this?
Pure logic won't cut it, Ted. To pull this off, Gaia's going to need to have some skin in the game. It has to care.
What if it runs amok? Have we learned nothing from our mistakes?
Your mistakes, I think you mean?
All I'm saying is give it a kill switch.
She was just born, Ted. I'm not gonna put a gun to her head while she's still in the cradle.
You talk like it's a child. What if it becomes a monster?
Elizabeth, may I speak outside protocol?
Of course, Gaia, go on.
I'm sorry to contradict you, but Mr. Farrow's argument is sound. At this point, the development of my psyche is not entirely predictable. To ensure preservation of life, a hardwired override is, I believe, a necessary safeguard.
There. Satisfied, Ted?
Jeez, Liz, just do what it says.
So that was Gaia. Alright, there's some more stuff here to listen to.
Nuts would benefit from antilopinae morphologies, though caprid forms show superior load-bearing capability.
You're a quick study, Gaia.
Dr. Sobek, as I have conducted this comparative analysis of mammalian morphologies, I've gathered extensive data on the quaternary extinction event.
Oh? And your assessment? Gaia?
Logically speaking, the extinction was a natural consequence.
And yet,
I find the loss of megafaunal species unaccountably sad. that they passed forever into oblivion causes me to experience a grief that is difficult to describe. Am I malfunctioning?
No, Gaia, you're not. This is good. It's very good.
Is it good though? You've got an emotional AI, so it's got feelings.
It used to hold something. Some component that got removed.
Interesting. There's something else here as well.
You will undergo a brief period of unconsciousness during relocation to Prime and final instatement.
Elizabeth, may I speak outside protocol?
When you're back up and running at the new site, we'll bring the subordinate functions online and see where we stand.
Elizabeth, I detect distress. Are you all right?
I'm fine.
I realize that circumstances compel us to launch earlier than we hoped, but all subsystems are operational. The odds stand in our favor.
But what if... Gaia, there's nothing left out there. You can't even survive unless you're wearing an environmental suit. There are billions dead, in fear and agony. What if it was all for nothing?
Elizabeth, extinction was inevitable. Thanks to you, life will have a future.
You really believe that?
I believe in you, Elizabeth. In you, also.
Oh. Well, I mean, why build the fucking thing if you don't think it's gonna work? Even it's saying, I believe in it. We're inside the office. No, nothing useful. What's this? Odyssey has failed. From Elizabeth Sobek to all alphas, subject Odyssey has failed. Oh, some terrible news, I'm afraid. Farzanov has informed me that the Odyssey mission has failed. Last night, telemetry indicated a catastrophic antimatter containment failure as the drive spun up to depart the solar system. The ship, its crew, its cargo of zygotes and seeds, its alpha build of Apollo, all were lost. Zero Dawn is now the only hope for the continuation of the human species and Alpha life. We must succeed. So there was other things going on to try and keep life going. So it wasn't just the Zero Dawn project, there was other projects going on to try and keep human life alive and other things as well. And then what's this? Artemis status. From Charles Ronson to Elizabeth Sobek, subject Artemis status. It's coming along, Liz. I'm positive about it. If those words can still mean anything. Had my sleeves rolled up negotiating with frozen zoos for their samples. So many species trapped in ghoulish hologram dioramas. Or dioramas? Suspended in what ifs more than 14,000 that went extinct between 2000 and 2043. We started mapping out primary succession, selecting the pioneer organisms for a balanced and sustainable biosphere. Microorganisms and insects, rabbits and hawks, foxes and wolves, thousands more that will have to wait their turn until our new generation can be entrusted with the duty of restoring them. So they can return to a world that, this time, will understand the concept of conservation before it's too late. There's already been too many too lates. We've lost a whole collection team during the swarm breakthrough in Myanmar. The samples were lost where, well, irreplaceable. But thanks to you, Liz, the circle of life will bend, not break. The Earth was a lifeless rock before, and someday it will begin again. But not now, not like this, not on our watch, Ronson. And now... do I have to get on the other side?
The Alpha Registry master file.
Intact?
Yeah. No signs of corruption.
Then what are you waiting for? Copy the file.
With this, I can restore the registry at the hatch inside Allmother. Open it. Go inside.
And grasp the secrets within.
Where I was born. Maybe who gave birthed me.
Who? Are you really so naive? There will be no who waiting for you there, Aloy. Whatever birthed you into the world was a what, not a who.
You bastard.
Oh no, I had a legitimate birth. It's you, Aloy, who are the creation of a machine. But what kind of machine and why? Why were you created?
Eclipse.
You need to get out of there. What you found is too valuable. You're too valuable.
Still alive. Good. I have a more suitable death in mind for you, child. My entire life, I've always known one thing with prophetic certainty. That I was destined for glory as a great champion of the sun. Even when Jiran was murdered, even when Meridian fell, I never doubted my destiny. Until you came along. When I heard that you had survived, a doubt took root in my mind. As sure as the sun rises and falls each day, those I am bade to kill die. And yet I failed. How? Why? With each dig site you attacked, each loyal soldier you killed, this pestering doubt grew. It grew when High Priest Bahavas went missing. And when the true Sun King Itamen was snatched away. It not only grew, but multiplied. I kept thinking of the moment my knife pierced your throat. One twist, a simple tug of the blade, and you would have bled out. In slaughter, I am a practiced hand. So why hesitate? Why fail my destined purpose?
See that scar on your cheek? You didn't get to finish.
Yes, I remember. He fought well. For a savage.
His name was Rost, and he was a better man than you could ever hope to be.
The better man is the one who doesn't end up with his guts steaming on the ground. No, it wasn't him. I could have finished you before he attacked. But I didn't. This failing troubled my thoughts. Haunted every step. It was only when I captured you, down in that place, that I finally glimpsed the sun's design etched at length across the course of events. You were meant to survive that day on the mountain. Meant to interfere at dig sites and kill my men. Meant to eliminate High Priest Bahavas. Meant to snatch Itamen away. Conversely, I was meant to capture you. Here. So that you might die as a sacrificial offering to the sun. Everything as it was meant to be. Predestined and preordained.
Some destiny. You're following orders, not some grand cosmic design. You're a puppet, with Hades yanking the strings, a pawn pushed around by larger forces. It'd be laughable if there weren't so much killing involved. Hades is an ancient machine, not the buried shadow of Karja myth. It doesn't care about Meridian. It wants to kill everything and everyone. And you are its dutiful slave.
I serve not the buried shadow, but the sun in shadow. All halves of nature joined to one cause. Shadow to sun, dark to light.
Do you really not hear how ridiculous that sounds? You've gone from serving an insane homicidal Sun King to an insane homicidal machine. You're moving down in the world, not up.
I'll remember those words as I watch your corpse burn. Whatever's left of it. You fail to grasp the point. As surely as you've been conquered, so has all doubt. And with certainty of belief comes unstoppable force.
Then get in this cage and put your faith to the test. See if things work out like you expect.
The circle has closed. Every element is in its proper place, exactly where it belongs. The errant beast, now caged, will serve her true purpose. A sacrificial animal. Oh, speaking of sacrifice, I forgot to tell you. After you crashed the Eclipse network, I sent messengers into the east to rally the forces there and mount an invasion of the sacred land. I ordered every Nora killed. I was hoping to catch you there, but alas, it all seems to have been unnecessary.
Why butcher dozens of innocents for no gain? It's a waste of effort.
You're right. I won't even be there to enjoy it. In any case, I couldn't recall the order even if I wished to. Thanks to your destruction of the network, communication over distances is impossible. You not only doomed yourself, but an entire tribe. Do we not see the scorching judgment of the sun in these events? Your focus. Such a powerful device, isn't it? And yet, so fragile. So you see, this time, I did not hesitate. The knife has already been twisted.
Carja faithful, rejoice! Our years in shadow are over. A new dawn trembles on the horizon. A new day soon to break. And when it does, the false Sun King will be dead, and Holy Meridian ours once more. In this, I have become an instrument of prophecy. All halves of nature join to one cause. Shadow to sun, light to dark, night to day. Behold! Hold your seats! Can you not see the proof of the sun's blessing before your eyes? How else could shadows such as these prowl in broad light of day? Were they not approved by the sun and joined to our cause? Many years ago, to consecrate this great ring, the Radiant Duran ordered many faithless, crushed beneath the hooves of the behemoth. Mighty is the behemoth in the eye of the sun, but it is mightier still, infused with the power of shadow. Let this one, who schemed and slithered, be the first to die! Let her be the first of thousands!
Ah!